Welcome everybody to Stock Market Jimmy. How are you guys doing today? Let's get right into it. We got a lot of things going on. A lot of stuff right now is kind of wishy-washy with the whole pending, a lot of stress and things like that going on with the potential war. And we're at most of us think that the United States will get involved. So what we believe is going to happen is we want to focus our attention on oil. Oil is probably going to be what we want to focus on. Before we get into the oil, I am going to go ahead and share with you, this was a stock that I told you that was my favorite stock in the stock market, which is SYM. I shared it with you guys last week if you look at my video, and it was $27. And I told you it was my favorite stock. Now it did go up. It is down almost $2 today. Now if you look at the last 5 days, okay, it's up 21% in 5 days, and that's including how, it being down almost $2 today. So it went up to $37, $10 in since the day that I gave it to you. I gave it to you at 27, and now it went all the way up to 37. So in just 3 days, you literally would have made $10 per share had you bought it when I told you to buy it. Okay? Now this is a long-term hold. Now you guys might see it give back a little bit during the start of the war or something like that. That's possible. It's hard to say. But if you are looking to do a long-term trade, it's not going to matter whether you get it for $30 or $33 or $27. It's not going to matter in the long run. This is a future growth stock that will probably 3, 4, 5x your return. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. On Friday, or I'm sorry, it was on just the other day, just yesterday, I believe, or the day before. Okay, I told you about the Honest Company, and I made a video that said scared money don't make money, and I was showing you that it dropped down to $4.40 in one day. It's up 32 cents per share. I have $50,000 worth of this stock. So you're talking a lot of shares, and every single time that it goes up a penny, I'm making a lot of money every single time. So it's possible that I'll hold it, but at the same time, I wouldn't mind taking a quick money grab here. Because it is the weekend, and it is Friday, and I don't know what will happen to the stock perhaps on Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday when war could possibly break out. So it's very possible that it could go back down to the 455 range or something like that. But it's having a fantastic day, and that's why I told you when I told you about the stock at 440 that you just don't know, what's going to happen. And when a deal is a good deal, you buy it and you get in, okay? Because you just don't know what's going to happen, okay? All right, so let's move on to the next one. All right, so here's where I want to start talking to you guys. Well, first, before we do that, I do want to share my thoughts on this particular stock right here. I think that this is a really, really good option for people right here. The SMCI Supermicro Computer Incorporation. It is now $44.41. It went up. It's today, it's a little in the red. So here's what you could do with a stock like this is you might be able to get a little bit of a discount. If it does break into war and stuff like that, you might get a little discount. It's hard to say, guys. It's really hard to say. But again, this is a type of stock that you're getting a really, really good deal already. This stock, if you look at it in the last year, this stock is down, I believe, 51%. Yeah, 51%. Okay. So we're here, and it used to be up here, which is $90. So you could technically double your money eventually with this stock. Now, even though it was down 51% for the year, in the last 6 months, from the beginning of 2025 to where we are today, this stock has made 40% profit back. So, what does Supermicro Computer do? They are an AI data center, and that is so in demand right now, guys. It's so in demand. I know you got all these big companies like Google and Amazon, and all these companies have their servers. I get it. But this is a player. This is a serious player in the AI industry for data centers. I think you're going to double your money with this stock. Okay, I'm not a financial advisor. There's no guarantee of that. But I think you will double your money with this stock. Like I said, could you have some volatility? Like, could it be a little vulnerable during wartime or something? It's possible. It's possible. So it could, come down, but it also could go up. So I like the stock is the bottom line. All right. Okay, so now I want to start talking to you about opportunities for war as far as what you could capitalize on. So these would be more for like faster returns, where you could treat it more like what's called a swing trade. All right. So these are good swing trade stocks that I'm going to share with you. So you're looking to, how do I capitalize just based on the situation that could potentially play out? And what situation would that be? The moment that the United States drops any bomb, anything, on Iran, oil prices are going to explode up. They're going to go up. So what does that mean that we should do as an investor? Well, we should focus on these oil prices, or these oils. Now, let's talk about this, okay? Let me go under the first oil one that I'll show with you here. Bear with me. All right, so I want to show you. So this is an American company. Now, why am I showing you an American company? Well, I'm showing you an American company because that's what I would do during a time like this. Is I would focus on an American oil company. So I would focus on an American oil company because here's why. All right, the one country who's really, 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 really could get screwed here would be China, because China gets their oil, about 90% of their oil, from Iran. Iran is sanctioned. So what China does is they buy it on the black market directly from Iran, and they pay a super low price for that crude, and then they have it, go back to China, and they keep Iran, flowing with money. Now, China is no longer most likely going to be able to access that oil, or they're not going to be able to get the deals that they're really getting on that oil. So they're going to be subject to having to buy that elsewhere. I'm sure they'll get some from Russia and things like that, but they're going to have to go elsewhere, and they're going to pay a lot more than what they're paying, especially if oil prices are going to go up, which they will if the United States gets involved. All right, now, could this kind of backfire if the United States doesn't get involved? Probably not, because there's already a war between Israel and Iran. And the United States is going to continue to help them in some type of way. But I think that they will get involved. I think America will get involved. So this would be a situation where why would the United States not use an oil company here that gets their oil much cheaper than what the oil is going to cost, because oil prices are going to go up? So the American companies would be the ones that benefit. So this would be a great option here to capitalize on it. Now, you got to kind of try to time it, because see, if we don't attack, let's say for a week or 2 weeks or something like that, you could slowly see it come down a little bit. But at the same time, I think that you're gonna be fine. Like, I think that if anything, it's gonna end up slowly going up here. Okay, so I wouldn't even, all this stuff about the last month, 5 days, 6 months is irrelevant. You're strictly, it's not about you trying to get the lowest price. All you're trying to do is capitalize on something that is most likely going to go up. And this is a stock that will do that. Okay, let's move on. Okay, now here's another one that is American. Is this one right here, the USO. Okay, so the USO Oil Fund, United States Oil Fund. This is another one. And this one is actually up a little bit today, only 77 cents, so it's no big deal. And then here's another one, the FANG. Okay, so FANG is down 10 cents. So these stocks are holding today. The S&P is down today. The Dow Jones is down today. That's why I was trying to tell you that Honest Company, it's amazing that thing is up 30-something cents today, because that's like one of the few stocks that's actually doing good today. But this company here, FANG, same scenario. So if you kind of look at this one day, if you just analyze the one day, you could have taken advantages of its low points of the day and bought it now, and it's still low because it's down 10 cents for the day. So you could easily get $1, $2 per share anytime soon. But you could also end up getting, I would say, $20 per share with something like this. During as soon as the war breaks out, you're going to see these stocks go up. Okay. Oh, I do want to share this stock with you. This was another stock that I gave you guys last week. And this stock is actually down $1.75. So it did reach $37. And I gave this one to you last week, and I told you that it was my favorite stock opportunity in the stock market. I paid $27 a share, and I bought a lot of shares on this one. And it lit right after I made the video, guys. It went from $27 to $37. So a lot of you guys that watch my video was like, holy crap, every time I listen to Jimmy, the stocks always do exactly what he's telling, So now it's coming down a little bit, which is no big deal. Now, this is a future stock. This is a stock that can make you a lot of money over years because of just the fact of what it does, which is robotics, setting up robotics for production in like warehouses for corporations. So this is the AI structure of robotics, and they're definitely going to do really well over time. Okay, so I don't think that you should really focus on, where you have to get it for the best price in the world. The longer that you wait, it's going to slowly creep up on you. Now it could be vulnerable During war, I really don't know, but there's never a guarantee of that. Just because a war breaks out doesn't mean the stock's going to go down 15%. Could it? I guess so. It doesn't really have any role change on what this thing's going to do in the future. So again, I'm not saying that this is a quick get rich stock or something that you just buy and flip. It's not that type of stock. If you want to stay on stocks that you just buy and flip for quick money, gosh, it just went up $10 a share. That is quick money. So for those of you that did buy it, you could sell it, but I don't recommend you do that. Okay, so let's take a look at another stock. Let's look at SHLD. Okay. Let me see something while I'm looking at that one. Yeah, the DVN stock that I just showed you is Shell. That's Shell, by the way. Okay, so this is a defense tech type of stock. This is an ETF. So this would be a safe play right here on a stock like this. All right, let me show you. Okay, here's another one, RTX. Okay, now RTX, I'm actually surprised that this is not up higher today. But this particular stock is going to benefit. This is a defense contract with the government type of stock. This company here is where your missiles and everything comes from. So, all your ballistic missiles are made here, and you've got so like for example, shooting down missiles. Like the Israel Dome and stuff like that. Think about this, guys. Every single missile that they shoot up to intercept, you're talking about $1 million to $2 million for each one. And they're firing if you're talking like 30, let's say 30 missiles to 100 missiles, you're talking $1 million for each one. And that's on a daily basis. That's what's going on. So imagine if the United States gets involved and stuff like that. So you're talking about a lot of money. So this would be the biggest beneficiary of war, would be this company right here. This company right here would be the biggest benefit. Most of your, where you get the term the warmongers and stuff like that, they're coming from corporations like this that are completely controlling politicians to promote war. They're basically, that's what's happening. That's exactly what's happening. But this could benefit. It's kind of sad to benefit from war and stuff like that, guys. But we can't look at it that way. We're just looking at it as we're just a squirrel trying to get a nut. We're not hurting anybody. These people are going to do this without us, so we might as well make something for it. Anyway, let me see if I missed anything that I want to share with you. I think that's it for today, guys. So a lot of good stuff there. You guys can analyze it and kind of see what you might want to do. One of the things that I always like to do is you write down every one of those stocks that I just gave you. And then what you do is you monitor them every single day. And sometimes when you see aftermarkets and pre-markets, especially like aftermarket sometimes, you can kind of tell sometimes when you want to, get in. So just remember that it's always more difficult to get in after it's going up because so for example, a lot of you guys out there right now could be like, all right, I'm going to pay attention to this RTX. And then the next thing you know, it's at 151 and now you're coming in at 152 when you could have got it at 146.77. So it's a big difference. depending on how much you're going to buy. A lot of you guys out there, if you guys are only, dabbling with $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, it's very difficult to make money in the stock market if that's your situation. But everybody has to start somewhere, right? Google, let's take a quick look at Google. Google's struggling today. I got some information for you on Google. This is actually not good for content creators. Now, it's not going to be anything soon. It's nothing soon or anything like that. But I will share with you what Google is doing. Google is looking to get rid of a lot of content creators. Google, for a long time, nothing lasts forever, guys. Nothing lasts forever. Jobs are not going to last forever. Just, I see in 10 years from now, or not even that, I see in 5 years from now, I see humanity probably attacking corporations and warehouses and things like that of AI, because I think that it's going to get to a point where humanity is being excluded out, where these big rich corporations that have complete control over all of the AI and the infrastructure and all that, a lot of these companies, they're going to be having so much more profits without humans. So we'll take the robots that I just recently invested in, where they're going to set up robotics in warehouses. And what does that do? It takes away from jobs for humans. And same thing with Amazon. It's going to take jobs from humans. It's every industry. Taxi drivers will be extinct. Uber drivers. List goes on and on and on, guys. It's just, you're going to see a 50% decrease in job opportunities. 50%. So what do those people do to make a money? We're dealing with like more than 50% of people don't even have savings. And what are those people supposed to invest in or do? They don't have any money to invest. And their jobs are being slowly taken away. And Google, what they're doing is every single video. So for example, this video, or if I make through Gamble with Jimmy, I make a craps video. What Google is doing is they're training their AI to review every single one of these content creators' videos for each particular topic and subject. And what they're doing is they're analyzing every single thing that the humans are doing, but what they're able to do is they're able to make them quicker. And how does that benefit Google? Well, they pay content creators like me 51% or 54% of all of the advertisement revenue. So when an ad comes on my channel, it's paying me 54%. Now, this particular channel is not monetized because it's a new channel. But a channel like Gamble with Jimmy is making 54% of all of the ads that come on that channel. And if they're able to create an AI video that looks very realistic and you can't tell the difference, and it's teaching you, and it's using just a character by the name of Fred Johnson's Craps channel, but it's really AI. Over the next 3-4 years, that technology is you won't be able to tell the difference. You will not be able to tell the difference between a real person and an AI in 3 to 5 years. And now what does it do? It allows Google to keep 100% of that ad. And there goes your content creator. Now, will that happen over the next 5 years? You will see about, like, they keep trying to sell you that you can use AI to generate the videos, which is true. which is true. So you can capitalize on having all these AI videos made, and you could work with AI to make production easy for you. But in the longer run, it's actually going to backfire for content creators, where they're going to actually lose their entire ability to generate revenue. Now, there still will be a demand for a lot of content that is created. A lot of content that's created will still involve human beings, because there's just certain things that, will still be, you want to hear a human doing it, but there's a lot that won't. So I'd say it's going to be about a 50% decline in revenue for content creators for the future, which is pretty, again, it's just what's going to happen. So you better start making some money in the stock market, and you better get rich, because a lot of jobs are going to be lost, and you need to be able to capitalize on the growth. There's always opportunity, so you just got to stay ahead, but you want to be able to have a bankroll that you can invest in stocks, and I'm here to help you do that. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you could hit the like button, that helps out this brand new channel. I know a lot of people don't watch this channel because it's brand new. I'm not getting promoted by Google. I don't have any ads. There's no reason for Google to promote me, because they're not making anything from these videos. They only make money when ads are placed on them. So I don't know how long it will take me to get to 500 subscribers, but that's when I finally will be able to start generating something for these videos. Right now, I don't really care about that. I'm just trying to do what I need to do to grow it, and to help you guys right now on sharing what I do and how I am successful in the stock market. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.